Good day, everybody. Bill McCabe, and we're at the Iron Crane Dojo in the Great Pacific Northwest, and we're now entering the fall-winter season, which means darkness and lots of rain for us. So while we're in the midst of those travails during the course of every winter, we like to focus on different kinds of ideas, one of which is push hands and push hands related concepts. So what we're going to do today is give you like the ultra quick introduction to a basic flow movement, which isn't quite push hands, but has a lot of the texture of what push hands would be. So you can use this just as a quick intro to get your feet wet, and then you can explore further over time with some of our other videos, or just do your own personal research under the guidance of your own instructor. Okay, so I'm going to ask Terry to step out here, if you will, Terry. You all met Sensei Terry Stewart before. She's been very gracious in helping us do some of these videos. Step over here, if you will. Okay, so here's the setup, and we're just going to keep it really simple, since this is an introduction. She grabs my hands as though she's going to trap. Now, one thing I have to point out, bring the camera just a bit closer here, so they can see me. Now, one thing I want to point out is we're working as partners here. We're not competing. So like when I say grab me, it's not like grab me and throw me to the ground, or because sometimes we practice this for 15 or 20 minutes. It's about finding out where you're at in the flow and being able to read the other person's intention by how they feel. So this is to be done slow and with great focus, and not with martial vigilance, okay? Or martial robustness. It's just to be done, you're listening as you do this, and you're cooperating, you're being friends and partners. So she grabs, and what I do is I negate that energy and find a place to move. Now bring the camera over to my right shoulder so they can see what I'm doing. See, I'm splitting her energy so that it loses its edge, and I'm creating an empty spot that I can move to. Now the empty spot is over here. I negate her energy, and Steve, bring the camera around to the other side now, and you can see I'm emptying her onto my center line, bridging over, and I'm about to establish a point of contact where I can push on her. And as I push, she liquidates my energy, carrying me over to the side, opens up the center, and reestablishes her grab. Again, negate her energy, cross over, move forward. This will be called on, by the way, just so you know the technical names. As I'm doing on, she's doing prone, trying to control it or to accept it. She rolls underneath it, splits my energy, doing the via, if you want to think of correct terminology. As she captures, I dissipate her energy with my movement. This will be you. Bring it across. Bridge back to on. Now that's the basic flow. Now the interesting thing here is I can reverse the flow at any point in time. So she's here, she goes underneath, and I reverse it. Now we're doing the opposite side. She dissolves it, rolls me over to on. Watch how I dissolve her energy, and I occupy the center. Okay, I grab her, she dissolves it, rolls over to on, I empty it, take the center. This time she takes the center again, and I roll it over to the other side. Now you're seeing why this becomes a very interesting drill. It's got 4 corners to it. It's not just back and forth playing like ping pong together. It becomes very sophisticated over time. I push. She goes to the center, and I bridge to the other side. Go to the center. Now I bridge to the original side. So you have a lot of options here. Bridge to the other side, and I reverse. And she bridges to whatever side she wants. So she bridges there, and I bridge back to the original side. See how I do that? I grab, she bridges, and then I bridge. And then she bridges again. Now I take the center, so it becomes even more sophisticated with just a few bits of creativity. I bridge, she bridges, I bridge, she bridges, I bridge, she bridges, I bridge, I go to center, she goes to center, I go to center and push, she goes to center and pushes, I go to center and push, she goes to center and push, vice versa, I bridge over, I'm back to the original capture, she bridges, I bridge, and all this is just an extenuation of a very basic flow. Okay? Now, you can take this and build upon it and improvise it in as many directions as you see fit. You can take this and make it to a very sophisticated exercise. The deal is there's a sub-lesson here about something called listening. I'm going to touch upon that just for a second, because the middle element of this, where we changed it a little bit, is a pushing element. So she's here. She pushes toward me. I capture, I roll back, and I push. And watch as she pushes to me. I don't move until I know she's moving toward me, and I liquidate her energy. And what I do is, as she pushes to me, I give her what she wants, and then I add to it. See, I don't have to block like this. That's more than I need. When she pushes at me, right now it's blocked. See, it's blocked. And if I want to get her, I'm already in position. See it? Now watch. Because I'm already established in a balanced, rooted position. I can fire any time at will. But I'm able to do that because as she comes in, I don't move until she moves, until she commits to me. And then when I sense that she's committing, I move ahead of her and give her what she wants, but I add to it. So she pushes, I give her more. You see how I'm giving more to her? By letting her come in. And then when she's at the very end of that, I go back and push back at her, and then she reverses it. And sometimes I'll change foot positions. Sometimes I'll steal her center. That's all within the context of the drill. And you can work this very closely, as you can see here. Here it's like we're almost swimming together. Okay? Okay, so just by way of a change of pace, a little bit of an internal drill, working on a very interesting flow dynamic with your hands that can become a four-corner flow dynamic. It involves multiple sides and multiple opportunities, 4 different directions, and you can vary the center path. There's a lot there to work with. It can take you 2 or 3 months to master it. Enjoy. Until next time we meet, stay well, do well.